Hi there. I am back with our next letter from Felix. If you're just joining me, there are a few videos before this one that you should listen to because we are reading the story or the book Letters from Felix, A Little Rabbit on a World Tour by Annette Langen and Constanza Droop. And our little stuffed animal friend Felix has been to London, England, and also Paris, France. And our latest letter from Felix just arrived from Italy. So I will read the letter. It says, Rome in hot September. Hi, Sophie. Let me tell you, it is pretty here in Rome. There is an ice cream man on every corner. You would definitely like that. In the middle of the day, it is so hot here that all the stores close and don't open again until afternoon. You can't imagine how many cats there are roaming around here. Black and white, tiger striped, and lots of other colors. Last night, one of these wild cat beasts was hunting me. Can you believe it? I don't look anything like a gray mouse. Do I? Luckily, I got away, but it was close. Today, I was watching a tour group. Did you know that the ancient Romans lived here? That's why this city is called Rome. Just imagine, 2,000 years ago, they already had sports fields and swimming pools and temples for the gods. There are old buildings with columns and marble slabs all over the place. There's something written on them in a secret code. When I'm back home, we can invent a writing too. What do you think? But first, I'm going to travel some more, to Egypt. Ciao, Bella, as everyone says here. Yours truly, Felix. Here's the letter, and you can see the little ice cream man that he said is on every corner. This is the little smiley face for when he said Sophie would really like that. Here are the cats he was talking about, and the other knight, and the little mouse. And this is an example of maybe a writing that they could invent. So there's that letter. Sophie can stop worrying now. Grandma really was right. Felix writes that he will be coming home. As long as she knows he's coming, it doesn't matter when. But what's the secret code? Maybe Julius will know more about it, Sophie thinks. She finds her big brother bent over a book, studying, and tells him about the letter from Rome. I know that secret code, Julius groans. We had a vocabulary test on it this morning in school. He hands Sophie his Latin book. Most of the pages look very strange, but Sophie finds some pictures of the temples in Rome that she loves. Let's see. This top one is called the Spanish Steps. This middle picture is called the Colosseum. This one's the Colosseum. This one's the Pantheon. And then there you see the cat chasing Felix. In the morning, Sophie looks all the way up and down the street, but there's no sign of a little rabbit with a suitcase. Come home, Felix, she whispers in hopes that her wish will come true soon. Slowly, the leaves on the trees turn color, and autumn comes. Sophie and her brothers and sister build 4 paper kites with Dad. On the weekend, they fly them in a big field. Sophie waits every day for the mailman. She has already given up all hope of news from Felix when the mailman finally hands her a colorful envelope. Immediately, Sophie knows that it can only be Felix. So there she is. She's waiting by the window. And here she's happy because she can finally see a letter. And this letter, I see pyramids in the corner there. It says Cairo up here, and Cairo is in Egypt. So Felix is now going to travel to Egypt. So, my friends, we're going to talk a little bit this week also about characters and setting and plot. So, of course, we know our characters. Our main character is Felix in this story so far, and also Sophie, right? And then we have some other characters like Sophie's mom and dad, and her brothers and sister, and Sophie's grandma so far. So, characters are the people who are in a story. Or they could be things too. It could be a robot or a computer, whoever or whatever the story's about. The setting is when and where the story takes place. So this story has had a couple settings so far. It started in an airport, and it also takes place in Sophie's house. And for Felix, it's taking place in different countries in the world. So this story has a lot of different settings. You could just pick one to write about, or you could list them all. And then plot is just what happens in the story. You can kind of think of beginning, middle, and end. You can think of if there's a problem and a solution, right? And we do have a problem here. The problem is that Felix got lost in the airport, and we don't have a real solution yet, right? They tried to look for him in the airport, but that didn't really work, and now he's traveling the world. So the problem is that Sophie's really sad, and she wants him back. But when you're reading a story, I really want you to think about that. Who is the story about? Who are the characters? Where is the story happening? Inside? Outside? On a farm? In a school? Is it in two different settings? And of course, the plot just means what's going on in the story. What happened in the beginning? What happened in the middle? What happened in the end? What are the problem and solutions, or cause and effect? How are the characters changing? Whenever you're reading, you should pause, especially if you don't remember what you read or don't understand. But even if you do, you should pause for a minute so that you can think about what's going on in the story. And then that makes it easier for you to answer questions about the story, tell somebody else about the story, or even write about it after. So I hope you enjoyed Felix's letter today, which was from Italy, Rome to be exact. And I hope you come back to hear about Egypt. Have a good one. Bye.